Hey Dreamers, this is Jade. Welcome back to my channel. I am here to get into my book journal and continue setting it up. So I think this might be the last video. I'll do a final flip through, so maybe that'll be the last video. But what I am setting up today will be my book bingo page. And so what I've decided is I'll have the book bingo over here, and then I'll have like a corresponding thing over here where I'll put the icons of the books that satisfy the book bingo. So of course the books will be a little different in size, whereas these will be squares, the books will be rectangle, but they'll correspond, etc, etc. Once I get started with that, so I need to get that done. And then here I will set up a series tracker, and I think it probably won't take 2 pages, but I never know, because I will read stuff and it'll be a part of a series, but I'm not really, what is the word I'm looking for? It's not really coming to me that it's part of a series, whatever. There's a specific word I'm looking for, and of course it escapes me at the moment. So anyway, series tracker. And then here will be my yearly stats of everything. So like January through December, and then I'll have the total down here of how many books I read, pages, audio, digital, physical, hours that I listened, DNFs, 5 stars, standalones, and series. And so that'll be my yearly stats. And then here I will have I set up a quick page for 5 stars. I don't anticipate there'll be like a whole bunch of those, just like I don't anticipate there'll be a whole bunch of DNFs. And then here will be my cover page for January. And then yeah, so that's pretty much what's going to be going on in this session of my book journal setup. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm finished with the entirety of setting up this book journal. I may put like a tip in here just to have a place where I can write down books that I may want to buy throughout the year that I take screenshots of so I can get rid of the screenshots. I forgot to leave a space for that. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. This is basically just my January cover page. So this will house whatever I'm reading in January. Here I will keep a log of what I'm reading written out, and then like the icons of the things that I'm reading here. So yeah, and then behind that, if there's a book or books I particularly really love, then I will probably make a complete spread for it. So the pages behind that will be for that. And then here I did stick this 5 stars. I don't anticipate having like a crazy amount of 5-star reads for the year, so I just gave it 1 page, and I will do that year. So anything that I have that's 5 stars will go here. And then here is my yearly stats, and I made it easier for myself. Last year, 2024, I was doing like monthly stats, and I was like, honestly, it just took entirely too much time. I was getting tired of it and everything like that. And this is simple. I got January through December plus the total, and it just says books, how many pages I read, how many audio books I read, how many digital books I read, physical, how many hours in audio, DNFs, 5-star reads, standalones, and series. So that's, keep a track of all of that here. And I will have the totals for the end of the year, and that way I'm not having to do something every single month. I can just come in here and write the information, and that's that. And here is my series tracker. As you can see, I went ahead and put a couple series I know off the top of my head that I'm in the middle of. I'm sure there are quite a few more, but it's not coming to me at the moment. So once I come across them, I will just add them in or whatever. I do need to mark off a few here because I've read 3 in the Ravenel series by Lisa Kleypas, and I think I've read 2 in the King of Sin series, but I have 4 in my stash. So, and I think eventually it'll be 7 books. I think she's only at like 5 now, but I'm pretty sure it'll be 7 because it's going after like the 7 deadly sins. Anyway, so that is my series tracker, and I will fill that out. And as I said with this is book bingo, and I'll fill all this out with whatever it is I want to, categories that I want to put down. Once I do my final flip, all the stuff that I haven't filled in should be filled in. So I just got to think about it and exactly what I want to put in my book bingo. I decided against doing the A to Z challenge just because for the most part, I do take my challenges I'm very overzealous, and I did not want to overwhelm myself with challenges. So maybe next year, we'll see. I don't know. So yeah, anyway, so this is my book bingo. So I'll put whatever it is that I want to put in these categories. And once I've read that book that's corresponding to whatever, I will put it over here. Like the icon of the book, I will put there. Or maybe I'll write it in. We'll see. But I think I'm going to go with the icon. And, oh, that's it. That's it for this part of the setup. As I said, I may put a tip in just to have a place where I can actually, now that I'm thinking about it, here's my reading goals. I need to fill that in. But I may put just another card in here for any books that I want to that I'm thinking about buying during the course of the year that people suggest, and like I take screenshots of, and I just want to get rid of the screenshots, so I'll need to put it in a place or whatever. But anyway, that is it for this setup. And as I said, I will do a final flip through of everything, and once I do, everything that I have not filled in will be filled in. So yeah, that is it for this video. If you have any comments or questions about anything, please leave those below. I trust you all have been safe and well, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.